She was looking at the painting of Arthur and Guinevere with baby Tedros. Tedros stared closer at a young female in the corner with wild black hair, nut brown skin, and deep red lips. But, you are beautiful, Tedros spluttered. Lady Grimling burst into laughter. Don't act so surprised. It was the first time he had ever heard her laugh. I loved being with your father, she said, smiling at the painting. I only wish I had been here to help him raise his child. Perhaps you would have trusted me more if you had known me the way he did. Tedros peered at her. So, why did he let my mother fire you? Lady Grimling's smile vanished, her eyes still on the painting. When it comes to women, men can be quite weak. She turned to him, a thrill settling in. In any case, when she returns, you'll no longer have use for me. Your mother will make sure of that. Well, I'm the king, not her, said Tedros. And though I hate to admit it, I need your help like you helped Dad when he first started, especially with Agatha gone now. My mother will respect my wishes. Your father promised the same thing once, Lady Grimling returned. But when the time came to stand up to his wife, he stayed silent. I left the castle without him even noticing. I'm not like my father, Tedros said, for worse and for better. And yet you break the same promises and tell the same white lies, said Lady Grimling. The words hit Tedros' heart. He looked down at Camelot's shield on the floor. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw his steward's shoes inch closer. He could smell her powdered rose perfume. You know why I've been so harsh with you and Agatha? Lady Grimling said quietly. Tedros lifted his head. You reminded me of Arthur and Guinevere when he brought her here from school, she confessed. We were all so naive then, blinded by youth. We had no idea of what was to come. And then, all these years later, to be steward to his son and his new princess, perhaps I let old feelings get the best of me. Tedros felt a twinge of guilt. This wasn't the frequent dragon lady that he and Agatha had made her out to be. She was a real human with real emotions. I'll stand up for you, no matter what my mother says, Tedros thought. You have my word. His steward stretched his face. Slowly, her pose softened as if she saw she could trust him even if he didn't trust her. I'm sorry, said Tedros. It was a long time ago, Lady Grimling sighed. No, I mean for being so rude when you came to find me. You were trying to take me to our treasury meeting. You were doing your job. Lady Grimling's face clouded. What is it? Tedros asked. That wasn't the only reason I was trying to find you, she said. From her pocket, she pulled a folded piece of newsprint. When he took it, her skin was clammy. Tedros opened it. It was a clipping from the Camelot Courier. This is the tragedy of Frostwood. Loving son and brother and fourth-year students in the School of Good. While on a quest to serve King Tedros of Camelot, Chadwick was killed on Avalon Island, as reported by an unnamed mongoose. He was 16 years of age and is survived by his mother, father and two brothers aged 12 and 17. Professor Dovey contacted me this morning through her crystal ball, said Lady Grimling hastily. She's disappointed that the courier printed it without contacting her first. She wanted to tell you in person, but I said I would handle it. Tedros buckled. But how? I pressed her, but she wouldn't give details. Wouldn't give details? My best friend's dead, and Agatha's gone, and so is everyone else, and the dumb bat won't give details. Tedros cried, grabbing and kicking at the wall. Flames fell around him, cracking against the floor. He didn't send me a note. He shouldn't have even been in Avalon. I don't understand. Lady Grimling touched him. Tedros fell into her, panting softly. He stayed in her arms a long time. He was my friend, Tedros wept. And he always will be, Lady Grimling said. You can't be here, a voice cried in the hall. Well, I am here, so clearly I can be, said a hoary male voice. But there's a warrant for your... The doors to the hall flung open, and Merlin, Professor Dovey, and Lancelot all marched in, chased by a furnace of stewards, both Tedros and Agatha's, Reaper beating at her heels. Guinevere swept in last, regal and covered in a rich purple gown. She froze. The once queen gazed at her son, covered in blood and in Lady Grimling's arms. Lady Guinevere, said Lady Grimling, letting go of Tedros. They'll arrest you. How do you even get... We'll take it from here, Lady Grimling, said Guinevere. Lady Grimling straightened. The king and I have a meeting. You best leave the castle at on. We'll take it from here, Guinevere thundered. The hall was dead silent. Lady Grimling turned to Tedros, waiting for him to say something, to stand up in her defense. But Tedros wasn't looking at her anymore. Mother, he gasped. He rushed into Guinevere's arms, wiping his eyes, before he moved on to embrace Professor Dovey, Merlin, and Lancelot, so thankful to have a family again, just when he needed one most. By the time Tedros even remembered his steward, Lady Grimling was already gone.